Imagine returning to a homeland that has been abandoned for 70 years. Everything your ancestors built is now a collection of sun-bleached ruins. You cannot rebuild a civilization by stacking stones at random. Moving from rubble to a functioning society requires a master blueprint to organize the chaos. For the exiles returning to Jerusalem, that blueprint was the 13th book of the Bible, 1 Chronicles. Other biblical histories catalog Israel's moral failures. This book functions as a curated Bemektersteig, focusing specifically on King David and the Temple. 1 Chronicles provides the structural framework to reconstruct a fractured nation's identity. The first 9 chapters form the foundation, a massive family tree tracing Israel's lineage to Adam. These lists allowed returning families to prove their land rights, with specific emphasis on the tribe of Judah, the royal line, and Levi, the priestly line. For a displaced people, these names were proof their identity remained intact, ensuring they still had a place in the ongoing story of their nation. Before building, the architect must clear the ground. The text briefly addresses the death of King Saul to make way for the next era. David takes the throne, but the chronicler leaves out his famous failures. He is presented here as the ideal leader of worship. David centers his early reign on the relocation of the Ark of the Covenant, leading a massive procession into the new capital of Jerusalem. David enforces strict protocols for the journey. He authorizes only the Levites to carry the ark, ensuring God's presence is handled with exact obedience. This establishes a core principle for the new nation. A society requires the presence of God at its spiritual and geographic center. Realizing a plan of this scale required a specialized workforce. This text details how Datu organized 38,000 Levites for service. The logistics were immense. 24,000 managed the temple, 6,000 served as officers, and 4,000 worked as gatekeepers. A final 4,000 Levites were assigned as a full-time orchestra to maintain a continuous cycle of praise. Though David is forbidden from building the permanent temple himself, he turns his focus toward the gathering phase. He spends his remaining years stockpiling gold, stone, and timber, while mentoring his son Solomon to lead the construction. David demonstrates that true leadership includes preparing the next generation with resources to finish the work. When we look at the completed vision of 1 Chronicles, we see how it functioned for its original audience. The exiles found their identity in the genealogies, a model for leadership in David, and a clear focus for their national life in the temple. To understand the impact of this book, we have to look at the extent of the ruins the Israelites were attempting to overcome. The goal was the centralized place of worship in Jerusalem, a site that once again represented the heart of the nation. 1 Chronicles shows that to build a lasting future out of the rubble, you must remember your roots and place what matters most at the center.